Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. You join me today at Newby Bridge Services on the A595. I am on holiday for 4.5 days, maybe. There is a small caveat, which I'll explain as we get moving. And once we get on the road, heading down to the M6 now, I'll tell you what the plan is. See you in a bit. Okay, so I now have a full tank of petrol, which is just as well because we have a fair number of miles to cover in the next 2.5 to 3 hours. I am leaving Cumbria for several days. There are a number of things on the itinerary. It's a fairly loose plan with only one definite bit to it in the middle, which is a visit to Birmingham on Wednesday evening to go and see my grandchildren. A long overdue visit, I might mention. Coming to see you, Daisy. Coming to see you, Jack. And looking forward to seeing you too, Ben and Lindsay. But that's 2 days from now. For today, I am hoping to get to a campsite that I know very well, that I've stayed at many, many times over the last 40 years. It's called Northleas Campsite, and it is near a town called Hathersage in the Peak District National Park. A very, very beautiful place where, in fact, I used to live for quite some time. So I'm looking forward to revisiting a number of places that mean a lot to me. I'll be doing some rock climbing, and I'll be doing quite a bit of motorcycling. And that will be taking place on Tuesday and Wednesday daytime. Wednesday afternoon is about 3 o'clock. I will be travelling the 70 or 80 miles from the Peak District down to Birmingham. I have a hotel room booked on Wednesday evening, and I'll be spending the evening with my son, his wife, and their 2 children. Really looking forward to that. On Thursday, I may be heading home late in the day, depending on how the weather is looking, because I have to be back at work at around about 3 o'clock on Friday. So that's pretty much the plan. However, there is one small caveat. We are waiting for a telephone call from a roofer who is going to come and do some work on the house for us. Now, at this point, we don't know when he's going to be coming, but he did say when he came to give us the estimate that he would give us 2 days' notice. So if I get a call or a text from the Murgatroyd saying that he's coming on, say, Wednesday, then I will have to head back home, because somebody's got to be in the house while he's doing the work. But we'll see what happens. Nothing is definite. So in theory, I've now got 4 days to myself. It's a beautiful, sunny afternoon in late February. And it is actually beginning to feel more than a little bit like spring, which is quite delightful. Okay, I'm now pressing on along the A595. I've got about 12, maybe 15 miles before I get to the motorway. Grind on down the M6 and stop at Lancaster Services for a coffee. And from there, I will decide whether or not I'm going to make it to my planned destination this evening before it gets dark. This, as I mentioned earlier in the week, is going to be a motorcycle camping video, or a series of them. And so what I will be doing, amongst other things, like the things I've just mentioned, is I will be showing you my motorcycle camping setup, how it all gets packed away, what I bring, what it's for, and how it all works. And so this is, in many ways, motorcycle camping the mighty Guru Yogurt way. Stop recording. Here we are then, approaching the M6. Fairly light traffic on this part of the road. We'll see what it's like when we get to the motorway. Well, it's not looking so bad at the moment. We'll see how long this lasts. It is 19 miles to the services. And I will be stopping there for refreshments, and then I'll have a look at the time scale and make a decision on whether or not I'm going to make it to the campsite before the sun goes down. And here we have the unmistakable outline of Lancaster services. Time for coffee. So that's okay, that's 35 miles covered since Newby Bridge. I think this is looking good for a daylight arrival at the campsite. I'll have a closer look at the map once I've got a coffee. Okay, they told me it was going to be big. This is kind of a beard meets food kind of thing, isn't it? Goodness me. Good job I'm hungry.